Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. On the ETH chart, we can see still an unchanged scenario. The idea of an still unfolding wave 4 in wave C is still valid. That I presented you yesterday. The resistance parameters I suggested yesterday are currently still being respected. So we're going to take a look at that in this video, looking at the bigger picture, and I have to go to the 1 hour chart for that. Still unchanged, the idea that the price is in a wave 2 correction. Remember that wave 2 corrections they can scare people out, okay? They can scare people, they can scare investors and traders before things then go actually into the direction of the higher level trend again, which is up. The idea is that the entire move from the 11th, no, I think it's October here on the ETH chart. The entire move, from the October lows is currently being corrected. This means it's a wave 2 correction. In this wave 2 correction, the price could technically move down all the way to 1677. So the price still has plenty of space. We're not even close to that level. That means, or it doesn't mean the price has to come down to that level, but it means it could do if it needs to. It's very important because a break below that level would indicate that something different is going on. The higher level assumption would change. Maybe something more bearish is going on. Maybe the bear market is back. But until we really break below that level, the focus can be on higher. But at the same time, looking at the shorter time frames, we have to give it the entire space basically here in this region. And now let's go to the 15-minute chart. Here we see the sub-wave structure. The idea is that in this current wave 2, we're dealing with a WXY structure. So from the, I think it's the 9th of December high, we had a WXY. And in the Y wave, we have an A, B, C. The C wave is currently a 5-wave move with which we are dealing. And we take a look at that. And it's also possible to call all of it an A, B, C. The difference would be that this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The only difference between the two is that in my ideal structure here that I've got on the chart, I like to still see one more low, whereas the other structure would suggest 2 more lows. So at least that's what I'm tracking at the moment. That's my idea on the smaller time frame. Be aware these smaller time frame wave counts, they are very fragile, but even if something happens here and we get some distortions and maybe a break above resistance, it wouldn't change the assumption I just highlighted to you that we can still watch for higher prices overall in a third wave rally once this overall correction is over. I mean, it would even mean an earlier turnaround. Technically speaking, therefore, it might make sense to add a little bit in the dips. But so far, the price is still caught below resistance. And looking at this structure here, we have this micro resistance level. It's technically possible that this is a 1. So off this high that formed on Tuesday, 1, 2, 3. This might be a wave 4. It's not the most beautiful triangle, but we have a very clear invalidation point up there at around 2,250. It's the A wave high. And then against that level, another low seems probable at the moment. And the next levels to watch to the downside are indicated on the chart: 2093, 2055, 1994. What would happen if we get invalidation? Well, to be honest, it might simply be an extended 4th wave, or we could even be dealing with A, B, C. So it's at the moment, because we only have 3 waves down and only 3 waves up, I don't have a clear bottoming structure. Once we see the first 5 waves up, we can deal with, or we can suggest that the price might have bottomed. At the moment, it's a bit too early to say, but the warning I made yesterday is still valid. Sometimes when we have these liquidity events, the waves 4 and 5, they are basically eaten up by the candle to the downside. You don't see them because it all happens so quickly. So that's just sometimes a phenomenon in crypto, but at the same time, I don't have a great bullish structure here that I could rely on, that we're already on our way up, right? But so far, I think lower is still probable. But important from the beginning was that in this entire correction that we see a 3-wave correction, either ABC or WXY, which we've seen. That's what we wanted to see. We have worked through this correction. Basically what it means, we are basically at the last bit here, in the last wave that we wanted to see, just talking about the last bit. And maybe it gets one more extension, maybe not. I currently think it should do, but the market will eventually decide. So I give you some clear levels to watch there. If something changes, then you have those levels and know that, yeah, okay, we cannot easily still expect one more low, because above 2,250, we will need to look at the structure, maybe reinterpret the chart, but that's really then only affecting the microstructure. Next resistance, if you're wondering what's next resistance above 2,250 is up there, the $2,395 level. That would need to break next then. That's my update about ETH. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.